I'm Oxnard. Welcome
Hey.
to Westworld, our discussion, episode 4. What was the name of this episode? I have no
Dissonance
idea.
theory.
Dissonance theory. There you go. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Boss.
Hey, boss.
Yep, Dexter here.
Welcome, Westworld, Episode 4 discussion, STS Enterprises, shooting the shit.
If you're following us because you think we're going to talk about The Walking Dead, you can go fuck yourself.
Oh,
we're
yeah,
not going to
man.
be talking shit about Walking
I don't
Dead.
even know what happened.
I know what happened.
Yes, boss let on that he knew, he didn't let us know. And
They don't want me to talk about it.
Yeah,
I would like to talk about what happened.
Oh, I don't
but-
care. I mean, I didn't watch it, so I mean,
I don't care so much that, please, let's just move on.
We are going to move on. So,
Moving on.
Westworld. Westworld, a so far decent television show.
that's
Very
it. Decent. I think it's fantastic.
It's decent, but it's decent. Yes.
I'm a little frustrated with some things.
It is.
Like
it
what?
is a
Let me
little
hear
frustrating.
these things. Let me hear these things so I can shout at you.
Well, the same thing Oxnard doesn't like. We don't know what the fuck is going on with anything.
I don't understand this complaint though. This is, I mean, this is where maybe you guys can clarify your position.
It's like I start a book, and I write, "Hey, can you hear that?"
Wait.
The
what?
only thing I
It's a terrible analogy.
I can't see anything. Where are you? And another character says, "Oh, I could see you, but I can't hear anything." Like imagine two guys. I don't know, a book
I
about
would just.
two.
Well, here's the thing. I would read on.
But that's just
and then
it. You can't
find
just
out.
start with so little and just slowly build upon it.
But-
It's just
but then
ridiculous.
I feel like the complaint is ridiculous because it's just like, I'm watching the show. Why don't I just know every single thing that's happening?
No.
I need a
It's
premise.
joy.
I'll explain it better. It's like,
Yes.
okay, the show is putting forward like so many different ideas, so many things, and it's forcing you to speculate. And so when you do speculate, there's no reward for speculating because it doesn't tell you anything. It's just
Right.
Well, we did learn. There's some things that we haven't learned
Really?
yet, but we have speculated on stuff that.
yeah. But the things that I want to
That we
learn
did
about,
find
I
out.
feel like it's really tantalizing us with it.
Yeah, but that's your feeling about this after like watching the first two episodes.
But see,
There's
that's
like
the thing, it's
this
just-
is episode 4. It's all building up,
right.
and then answers will come unless
Listen.
this is like Lost.
You have to understand where we're coming from. At least myself. That's what Lost was. It was a tease, and it
Yes.
never paid off.
Well, that was that show's problem. I'm trusting that Jonathan Nolan and the good people at HBO and the fine folks that worked on this
J.J.
show.
Abrams is still involved with this one, so I don't have any faith in that asshole.
It's like when involved in a show, even with Lost, I think J.J. Abrams had nothing to do with the debacle that was like the ending of Lost.
That's
It
true.
was all Damon Lindelof and the other guy. I mean, J.J. Abrams just like, hey, I've got like a kind of idea for a show, and then other people run with it, and then he attaches his name and
Yeah,
makes
he said that there was that great show, Dinner for Five, which was canceled, but it used to be.
Oh, yeah, Jon Favreau hosted that, right?
Yeah, John Favreau, and like one episode, Kevin Smith was hosting it, and it was him, J.J. Abrams, Stan Lee, Mark Hamill, and the other guy who I forget. But J.J. Abrams even said in that show, like, yeah, like I was there for the beginning of Lost, and people send me letters like, oh my god, you're doing an amazing job. But he always says like, and it's not really me, it's like
Yeah,
the writers.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's kind of out of my
And
hands.
it's just like comes up with an idea, works with the people, you know, who came up with the idea with him, and he's
Yeah,
like,
this is-
"Well, this is my production company. Here's money. I'm a producer. I'm a creator or co-creator of the show," and he's involved. But it's really he's just giving his like cachet to it as well.
Right.
Right,
I mean-
he goes, hey, this is my idea for a show. You guys figure out how it ends.
Yeah, don't
And
fuck it
everything
up.
goes wrong.
But the problem with Lost was they didn't even know how it ended, and it got out of.
Because I can come up with all kinds of crazy ideas. If you don't know an ending, it's kind of fucking horseshit.
Well, that's what I mean. Like George Martin, at least, like with Game of Thrones, he claims, at least, that he knows how it ends. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's
He
just a
knows.
matter of getting to that point. These guys with
proper
Lost,
writing.
they had no idea what the fuck was going on, and they lost control of it and spiraled out of their control. I don't think that's happening here with Westworld. Obviously, you never know. But for me, I like speculating. I like talking about these theories.
I do too, but then
I love the mystery. It excites me, and it makes me want to watch.
To further this point, I had another complaint brought up with this episode is when they further open huge cans of worms. And it's like, what the fuck? What? I don't understand.
So,
Here's my example. We'll just jump to it.
Dive in, bro.
Anthony Hopkins, he's controlling all these robots without doing anything.
That's not true. He flicks his finger.
Bullshit!
I know. I don't know how he's controlling them.
But that's just it.
Yeah.
What are the limits of his control? It seemed pretty limitless at that point. And can he speak through people? Can he manipulate one guy's actions and alter little storylines by roleplay?
That's the thing. I think that's leading into the idea that he's a robot.
That's what I'm saying. It's a huge can of worms. Yeah, how does he control? What control does he have if he's not a robot?
And if you noticed, he's become increasingly evil as each episode he's in. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, Anthony, he was so lovable in the first episode.
He's like a doddering old programmer.
And now he's like, oh my god, it's like Pinky the Brain. Like, he's the brain.
And he's like, don't fuck with me or you're going to get hurt.
Hey, maybe
I know everything about you.
Maybe he has a robot clone that got rid of him. I don't know.
This is a side thing, but did you know Pinky and the Brain, the guy who did the voice of Brain, also did the voice of Mars Attacks of the aliens, going, ack, 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 ack.
That's talent right there.
Yes.
The versatility is mind-blowing.
It is. All right, so let's start from the beginning.
Where'd that come from?
I don't know. It just came to my head.
That is an interesting. Thank you for the factoid.
Yeah, that is a factoid. Yeah, you can't get more factoid than that. Okay, so we start with Dolores and Bernard having a conversation that goes over my head and I don't understand. I think maybe
if that conversation was in an Asimovian novel, that is like the beginnings of trouble right there. The fact that she's like acknowledging, like, I felt bad about things,
yes,
and I feel like I need to correct things now to not feel bad.
This is talk about opening a can of worms. Like she's gonna go out of. I mean, she's already out of control because she's having like independent thought.
Yeah, no. If my PC right now started popping up messages like, I feel bad about this.
I'm sorry, Oxnard.
I don't want to go to that page where you watch that weird porno. I feel really bad about that. What?
Yeah, and then I forgot what I was going to say. Go ahead, boss.
Oxnard was saying before you joined the call, if only significant others, you could just say, oh, limit your emotional
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's hilarious.
That'd be an amazing skill to have.
Hey, baby, limit your emotional affect, please.
Babe, I know you're about to cry for some reason that I can't really determine right now because I'm a man, but if you can limit your emotional responses, I think that's going to work out beautifully. Because you crying right now, it's not going to solve anything. It's not going to solve anything. So, limit that. I'm a monster.
Okay, so, basically, the episode, they have a discussion at first, and then it goes to the man in black and his Mexican buddy wandering around looking for whatever the man in black
he still has the noose on.
Right.
Yeah, gotta keep him under control.
And then, basically, the episode goes back from the man in black and the Mexican guy looking for more information. He was told to look for the snake and past the blood mace or whatever shit.
Sorry, real quick, just to backtrack. Bernard also says at that point he wants Dolores to join the maze. He wants her to go on the maze, which is what Ed Harris is looking for and why he's on that journey. And then he's saying like, "This, do you want to be free? This will help you be free."
That's kind of
even creepier.
Yeah, that's kind of important, that detail.
Yeah. I forgot. That's what I was going to say before, and I couldn't remember. But yeah, so
yeah,
he recognizes that Dolores is much more now, obviously, than just an android. She seems to have emotions. He is becoming more and more human, and so now he's basically just doing his own experimenting, Arnold style, and he's trying to direct her to this maze. And then that's when she sees the kid. She starts having these visions. Anyway, but I just remember because Ed Harris is still looking for that. So go ahead.
Yeah, we'll mention that again. So yeah, Ed Harris, he finds the snake lady. They go off, free some bandits so he can get the full story of why she has the snake tattoo.
Yeah.
And then the storyline that paralleled that was William and his jerk friend going on a bounty hunt, and he wants to keep Dolores safe. She wants to go with them, and then his friend wants to kill her. They actually find the guy that the bounty hunt is for. His friend, who's a jerk, kills their
slap leather cocksuckers or whatever he says.
Yeah.
That was a hilarious line.
I'm jumping really far ahead, but he kills the other bounty hunter they're with because they found an Easter egg, so he wants to go on this other quest with the outlaw they just caught, and then he wants to kill Dolores, but no, William puts the gun on the outlaw, and so now they got this cool little interplay, like, oh, you kill mine, I'll kill yours.
But then they kind of go their separate ways. So the dickhead guy, he goes alone with the Easter egg guy.
Yeah.
And now I can't remember. Oh, Logan, his name is, or something, is the black hat, and the guy, the
Hector.
white hat. What?
No, that's the other guy, Hector.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about Hector.
Oh, Hector. Oh, William. William is the other guy.
Wyatt.
Wyatt. Yeah, he goes, back with Dolores. But it was funny on Twitter, the guy that plays Logan, Ben Barnes, his name is, when he was saying, like, oh, episode 4 is coming on, he says, slap leather, it's episode 4.
Yeah.
I just thought it was funny. He acknowledges this weird line.
All right,
That's
so
it.
I'm gonna, I thought it was interesting, because it's like, how do I control another guest if I'm in Westworld? Well, there you go. You threaten to kill somebody who they don't want to die. That's kind of cool.
That is cool.
You know what was interesting, too, when they're in the shootout, William and Logan are in that shootout, and Logan gets up and starts killing everybody, and the guy that they capture, he fires his gun at Logan. Obviously, nothing happens to him, and the guy looks at his gun, he's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, across his face. Now, how many times does that happen? I was just wondering, is that actually significant, like that look?
I almost think that is like, it is weird that you were programmed the robot to be confused that your gun isn't hurting a guest.
I think that was him evolving in a way and noticing, like, hey, that's not right. Because otherwise he would just have kept firing.
That's not what I got. I thought he ran out of bullets, so he looked at his gun to see if there are bullets.
Oh, I thought he fired right at him because he's out in the open. Like, Logan's like, oh, enough of this shit. And he just jumps up and starts blasting people. And then he's walking right to him. The guy, I thought, hit him with a couple of rounds. And then he looks at his gun like, this is supposed to work.
I thought he hit him twice, and then he just ran out of bullets and looked at his gun.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway, so, first point I want to bring up. With Logan and William, Logan said they were talking about, I guess, sort of having a bigger stake in Westworld. And he said, with our family, everything's business. I was
that's
like,
true.
what does that mean, our family?
He just comes from a wealthy family where everything's business?
Because at first William's like, whoa, I thought we were here, for bonding.
Well, if I can now, I want to jump to something. It was a comment that was made in the part 2 of our discussion. Kim Kelly said, "I thought the man in black was Logan." We've been talking about the William, the white hat.
No, that's not who I call him, Man in Black.
And what was interesting about that was because later on in the episode, Ed Harris, they're hanging out with this crew, and the players come up to them, and it's like, I just want to say, like, your foundation, saved my sister, or whatever the fuck it was. You know what I mean? It's like amazing. I just like, thank you thing. He's like, hey, I don't want to hear about this shit. I'm on fucking vacation. And he tells him to fuck off.
Yeah.
So I was like, I was so intrigued by that, and then with Kim's comment, I wonder. It just clicked. That seemed to make a little more sense.
So yeah, some people think that maybe he turns into the Man in Black. You're saying?
Yeah. No,
Well,
imagine
he's
if
already
like
the Man in Black. He's already the Man in Black, Logan.
Oh.
He's already been going there. His family. He talks about his family investing more into this, so he would have kept going and going and going, like he does if his family is actually involved in Westworld.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
And we know he has the money to do it, and because he runs this now foundation thing, but he's still a dick. You know what I mean? So
I still think it's
he has the
William.
dickish attitude that Logan has.
how are we with this theory that the William scenes are like flashbacks?
I still think
They still
that's
could
possible.
be. And
Okay.
to the point I've been making with Kim's comment is that they still could be, but just that Logan is the Man in Black. It's
Right.
not.
So let's
everyone
say
becomes the Man in Black, but it's Logan. That's all.
like maybe the incident that happened 30 years ago had something to do with William, and it was something so traumatic that then Logan, like from then on, became the Men in Black. Like maybe, you know what I'm saying?
That's really interesting. Wow. That's a good.
But see, that's the thing. Like you can speculate all day long. The show has to tell us something, please.
What? I know. I'm having fun with this.
Okay, so
I think we've talked about Walking Dead too much, and it was like, what's to speculate? It's just nothing. It's garbage.
exactly, exactly.
Like
I was
how many-
listening to
so many
past.
good conversations about it.
Yeah, I was listening to past Walking Dead episodes we were doing, just in the background as I'm working on shit, and it's hilarious. Like we just don't talk about Walking Dead. It's just like
There was nothing to talk about. Nothing happened.
just an hour long of us talking about like cheese or something.
You're complaining about the show because they're making you think, and you have to speculate too much and everything. And understandably, you're worried that it could go nowhere and just fall apart. But I mean, isn't this so much better than
It's good. Yeah.
than Walking
It's
Dead?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I'm not saying there's some things that don't bug.
It's
me.
No,
decent.
But I'm
I'm telling
enjoying
you.
even these thin theories. I don't know. I'm enjoying it because people in the comments, they're leaving great comments about theories. I don't know. I'm having fun. We're having good discussion. So
We're all having fun here. I'm having fun.
having a great-
Are you having fun? Everybody's having fun.
I just want to make sure everyone's having fun.
We're all having a good time.
God damn it! Limit your emotional responses.
All right, another thing I wanted to mention.
It's about the fun.
I have a list of 9 things. We already talked about one.
Oh boy,
So-
everybody
or 2.
settle in.
Actually, 2 of them. I wrote
This is
down
9.
Ninja Bandits because when Ed Harris.
Why wouldn't you? Is
Ed
the question
Harris.
I'm asking.
Ed Harris and when the Mexican and him are by the river looking at the snake tattoo lady, all of a sudden there's a gun on the Mexican guy, and there's like 8 dudes behind them. And not even just behind them, it's like to his side, to the Man in Black's side. Like, where the hell did they come from? They just all of a sudden.
I don't know.
Did nobody
we
else
did have
see that?
We did have that scene where like, he's requesting like a class 2 pyrotechnics or
Yes.
something. So I
I
almost
wrote
wonder
that down
like,
too.
is he like he's manipulating the system? Like he's in there, like and
Does he work for? That's what I mean. That's why I like this idea that Logan is him, because he's allowed to do whatever he wants. The one guy said that in a previous episode. Why would he be allowed to do that? It's because his family has put so much money, I think, into Westworld.
No, I don't
But he still doesn't know enough. Like that's why he's still searching for this, and he's I think sick of years of. He's finding a place where he actually can kill people. I think.
No, I think
you know what
that
I was just thinking? There's a random thought. What if Logan is the Man in Black and then William is Anthony Hopkins?
Oh.
And so it's like
And
this
he
kind of
develops a British accent at some point.
yeah. For some reason he does, but
I already
that's what
talked
this-
about that.
this dichotomy
the second
comes from.
episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you did both.
Yeah, we did bring that up. That's right.
No, I still think that William's probably going to be the Man in Black, but I don't think that the Man in Black does whatever he wants and nobody else does whatever they want. I think any
guest
think that
has that power to request pyrotechnics and to kill whoever the fuck they want and to do whatever. But he's the only one
that
who's
even happen.
He's the only one who's been there so long that he gets to test the limits and have more fun. Everybody else is just doing the normal stuff that you would do if you went there a handful of times.
What's up with these cigars? Where did he get these, like, Marx Brothers exploding cigars?
I don't know.
I didn't understand.
Well, here's the thing. Maybe he's played Westworld so many times that he knows where to find them, so he just goes immediately.
A special item that you get when you download.
It's like
C that you get from, like, GameStop or something.
No. If let's say that you're playing Baldur's Gate for like the 10th time, you know where every like treasure, certain kind of loot is.
It's like Earthbound, Dexter.
You know where to find everything.
You know where to get the magic hat. You have to go to the secret clubhouse in Earthbound to get the magic hat. But you only know that if you read the player's guide or if you played it like 20 times.
Yeah, so he's played it a million times. He's played the game a million times.
Exploding cigars as an item in this game?
That's a good item.
Yeah, that's cool.
It is a good item.
Perfect wild
I just don't know how those work. I love that the one guy, he's just like, his head just explodes.
Yes.
That was fucking nuts. And then the one, his partner there with the noose around his neck, he just is like, he keeps getting fucked over, and that's the second time that he was about to die.
Yes.
And Harris, like, just saying, and it was a second time, too, and the same thing, when the guy was about to be hung, the first time you see a guy in the background running away, and then he's shot and killed, and now in this one, the same thing happened. It's just ridiculous.
You brought up the line where the other guest says to Ed Harris, "Oh, your foundation literally saved my sister's life."
Yeah.
Then something that I thought was interesting. Ed Harris says, "One more. I'm on my." Yeah, he says, "One more word, and I'll cut your throat. I'm on my fucking vacation." Like, can he actually hurt other guests? That's something that maybe he has special. I don't know. That was weird. Like, how could he hurt other guests?
It might just be an intimidation tactic. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like people say, like, "Hey, I'm gonna fucking kill you." Like, you're not actually gonna kill them.
Remember all those times Dexter tells me, "I'm gonna fucking kill you"?
Yeah.
Remember all those great times?
Yeah. It's like at least twice a day. In various ways. Sometimes he gets out of the shower and you see written in lipstick on his mirror, "Fucking kill you, Dexter."
No, he
Love Dexter.
He gets in the shower, it all steams up, and you see something written with a finger.
Yes, exactly.
As it steams.
I'm watching it as it's happening.
I think
that's weird.
Really not. Well, first I announce my presence because I don't want to see you naked. So I want to make sure that you're covered. Then I come in and I leave the message.
All right. So then another thing that I thought was really weird. When they're in the stagecoach, Men in Black and the Mexican guy, they're talking. And the Man in Black says, "I'm here to set you free.
I'm your salvation." Yeah.
I'm here. No, he says that to
the other guy. Yeah, sorry.
When they're in the wagon, he says to the Mexican guy, "I'm here to set you free." So that's similar to in the beginning when Bernard is talking to Dolores. He's saying that maybe the maze can set her free.
Yes, so he's looking for the maze. So
maybe the maze makes hosts real or something. I don't know. I don't know.
So.
But that's what it seems like. He wants to maybe the Man in Black wants to set some hosts free, or all of them.
I think he just like he wants to take the thing down from the inside. He wants to destroy Westworld, maybe.
Yeah, he wants to beat the game.
Maybe he has some kind of grudge against Anthony Hopkins' character if he's not Arnold for another reason. Maybe because of an incident with William in a flashback. And because maybe even though they didn't really get along, they were still like brother-in-laws, married to a sister. Maybe something happened. We don't know yet. And he's like trying to destroy Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah.
Who is creating this insane new world.
Yeah.
And man, he's like intimidating the woman that is from corporate, and he's like, we've had many of you come down here, and sometimes we've gotten along, sometimes we haven't, and he's he's controlling all of these people with the flick of the finger, and he starts to intimidate her. I just thought that was like so creepy. And he's basically saying, like, we know everything about you. We know everything about our employees. I know everything about our guests. He's like, and he says, like, he's not the sentimental type. That's why he's, like, just destroying everything. That place that stood there for years because she went there as a little girl to this villa that they were at, having lunch. And he's like, I'm not the sentimental type. And it's like, man, this guy's getting fucking darker every scene he's in.
Yeah.
It's so weird to me.
I'm telling you, he's been body snatched.
I
It's
wonder.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Yeah.
I mean, if he is a robot, maybe Bernard, we see him meeting with Bernard, but you know how Anthony Hopkins meets, they all meet with, like, at one point or another, like how Bernard meets with Dolores. Maybe, how do we know that Bernard isn't doing something similar with Anthony Hopkins?
I don't know, yeah. I have a theory that the Man in Black wants to die in the park because he brought it up that he was talking to the Mexican guy about Arnold. Or no. I think maybe it was the Mexican guy or maybe it was the girl with the snake tattoo. I forget who he was talking to.
Yeah,
but he was mentioning Arnold and that he found a way to break the rule. And maybe the Men in Black wants to break it somehow. I don't know. Maybe he wants
to. That's an interesting scenario. Like maybe he's like a suicidal guy, and he's in a situation where he can't kill himself here, and he's trying to find a way to do that.
Or maybe, how about this? I just thought of this. Maybe he doesn't want to kill himself, but he wants to make it so that in Westworld, any host can kill him. Because that enhances the game. It almost makes it
he
like
wants to make it real.
It makes it like if you're playing hardcore mode on Diablo, you die once, you're done.
Or you're playing D&D, and there's a guy with a gun to the side. You roll a 1, he pulls the trigger.
Right, exactly. The DM is actually killing the players.
Maybe for him, that would like make the game so much better.
Yeah, or it's like, like the Matrix. Like, if you die in the Matrix, you die in the real world. Like, he's been doing this for like 30 years. He said he was practically born there. Oh, I guess more than 30. He was born there in a way, he says, which is also, that goes again to the Man in White becoming him, because that brought out like the true William, because Logan keeps saying, like, you're going to discover a lot about yourself here too. Like, who are you really? You could find that out here. And so maybe that is William becoming the Man in Black. This is who he really is. Or Logan goes even further down this path.
I'm going to copyright that theory right now, that Man in Black wants to make it so that he can die, so that he can play Westworld as somebody who can die.
Because he's been doing it for so long, so now he's like...
Because he's obsessed with it.
It's real, yeah.
And he's gotten so good, but it's boring. He can't test himself.
He just goes in and kills everybody. He just doesn't... It doesn't matter.
He wants to up the game.
Yeah. I think maybe he's just reached the end of his life. I don't know. I don't know what his foundation does. Maybe he's got, like, practically immortal, and he's like, I'm fucking done.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. In the real world, maybe they can't die in the real world because they've cured all diseases.
Well, but he said maybe that's what his foundation did. I don't know.
Right. Yeah. No, it's weird.
For all we know, he's like the best doctor that ever lived. I don't know.
Yeah.
For all we know, he's like a former president of Earth, and he started a foundation after his term ended.
Future House.
Yeah. He's the leader of Earth. I want to die.
Its head. I'm just like fascinated to see what this guy's foundation is. What does he do for real? Like, I hope we find out at least a little bit more about that.
I work a gas station.
Yeah.
Your foundation literally saved my sister's life. It was really hot out there. If she didn't have gas for her car,
that air conditioner is not going to turn on unless the engine is on.
Hydrated. Oh man.
I love the how, like, the Native Americans, they have like a spaceman looking thing.
Yes, we got to get into this now.
Yeah, if you look into that, that's actually not fake. Like
really.
Yeah, they do have these symbols in Native American Hold on, let me see what they're called. Well, they call them like they're the people who like walk between dimensions,
right,
and stuff like
right.
that. And
They're like the puppet masters that come from hell.
Yeah, and they do like the way they depicted them in like cave paintings and like their, artwork. They do look like spacemen, which is really weird.
That is weird.
I haven't mentioned Maeve's scenes, but those are cool because.
Well, that's what we can get into now. Yeah,
I really
how
liked.
creepy was that in the beginning?
Yes, when she, it was so cool when she first drew it and was gonna hide it and saw all the other drawings.
Yeah, and she's like, "Oh my god,
Yes.
oh my god!"
Imagine that happened to you.
Oh man, I'd be
Like, what
fucking
the fuck?
pissing my pants.
Oh my god, yeah.
I would feel so sick to my stomach with
Yes.
terror. And then because you're losing, that's exactly how she felt. She felt like she's losing her mind.
Yeah.
And then the guy that Ed Harris breaks out with, that was in the first episode, that was going to make his wonderful speech, but then got his head blown off. He goes back. He's terrorizing the town there, and then Maeve brings him upstairs to the safe room because she wants information from him. I guess he's like half Native American or something.
Well, he lives in the outskirts.
Oh, he lives in the outskirts. So know about, and she was pumping him for information, so to speak, about,
Right.
Like, what does this mean? What are they? That's when he explains what we just talked about, and then she's like, I've seen these people. I was shot here, and then there's no wound. And then they do a little like amateur surgery, and they find the bullet in there. And then he's like, "What does this mean?"
Yeah,
and
which is so weird. Like, why wouldn't those guys remove the bullet if they were operating on her?
They panicked. They freaked out.
Yes, they did mention that actually in this episode. It wasn't in a previous episode because she had a flashback of the operating table,
right.
and you heard those guys' voices, and they said how they didn't finish, and they just wanted to finish her up.
Yeah. And she basically repeats
left it
in. Right. And she repeats the line from that story she kept telling where like it's like in kind of in keeping with that story anyway, where it's like none of this matters. Like it doesn't fucking matter. And then she starts making out with the guy.
Sounds like
now
Carl.
she's like she
From Aqua Teen.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. No, this matters.
This matters. Tonight. Yeah, so I mean, now she's like achieved like this level of transcendence, mental transcendence, where it's like, I mean, what is she going to do next episode? I mean, she knows she doesn't give a fuck if she gets killed. She's just going to come back.
Right. She's got to find a way somehow. Maybe she'll realize that if she goes off her path, like they start realizing, and something happens to her.
Yeah. Or if she can just keep going like further and further each time. So like if she dies, she remembers what she did, and now she just has to learn from that.
I'm sure she could like slyly do things without knowing and still staying on like her loop.
I'm hoping she's just gonna start like colluding with Dolores.
Maybe. Yeah, making out, touching.
Yeah, they start like touching each other. Am I the only one who feels
emotional affect off?
Horny on.
Throw the snake tattoo woman in there while you're at it.
Let's just get all the women, put them together, see what happens. HBO.
Game of Thrones.
See what happens.
My new show, See What Happens.
The women edition.
Without Oxnard.
Damn it.
Without him. Because I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill you, Oxnard.
Oh, God.
What else?
Boss, what other points do you have, boss?
I just wanted to. You mentioned it already. The pyrotechnic effect. Yeah. How do they? Let's talk about that. How do they request that? What happens? When do they do
He
this?
didn't actually make a request. He just started doing it, and then they saw. Yeah. I didn't see him like he didn't like put. Did he pull up like a Secret Service kind of thing? Like put his mouth to his wrist.
Maybe there's like a control.
I'm requesting point to level 2, whatever pyrotechnics here in cell 183, sector Z. I was like, what the fuck?
Maybe there's a control on your outfit somewhere that you get. I don't know.
Maybe, or he might have some sort of like direct connection to the thing. Because
Yeah.
when he's saying, like, we know everything about our guests and all this
Once-
stuff, like, I almost imagine, like, or maybe he's, like, part cyborg or something, and...
Yeah, once again, another little detail.
what I
We
mean.
have no idea how to make sense of that.
I think it's because he's without him and his family, like Logan. If he's Logan, like he can do whatever he wants. That guy already said. The guy who approved it already said that guy can do whatever he wants.
Do you
and the
imagine
reason
maybe-
for that, I think, has got to be because of all like not only the money he spent from being there all the time, but I mean like his foundation, like his family. If he's Logan, they've put. Because Logan says, this is why we got to put even more money into this place. So I'm thinking that's what happened, and now he's basically like one of the owners.
Maybe.
Do you think maybe, like, people who aren't in Westworld can, like, watch what's going on in Westworld on TV? The same way with, like, Big Brother.
That would be cool.
Like, in Big Brother, you can watch on Showtime. It's called Big Brother After Dark or whatever. And it's
Like
just
the
like,
West
It would
Network.
definitely be on after dark.
yeah, it's just like a live feed of, like, what's going on. And then you watch the main show on network television.
Oh man,
but-
they could have so many channels. They could have Westworld, like Action Westworld,
yeah, so if that's the case,
porno.
at
maybe
home.
yeah, maybe people are watching from home and like, oh, he's requesting this, and maybe they notify the park as they're watching, like he wants to do this. Maybe he has people on the outside watching what he's doing or something.
Maybe they have Westworld XXX channel.
I guarantee, yeah, why not?
Of course. That's
They
probably how
probably
it
have
started.
5 of those channels.
Yeah, depending on what you're into. It's like
I want to see
into
some
Teddy-
robots banging.
I'm into Teddy strapped to a pole in the
Yeah,
desert.
Yeah, I was gonna.
In the
mention
opening
that.
credits, they show like 2 of the robots banging, but in the show, yeah, we haven't seen 2 robots engage sexually.
Oh,
Well,
no.
They started to see that at the end with Maeve and the guy that worked, and the bandit.
That's true.
And also, the bandits that went to town. Maeve said she's seen them before. They're the bandits, and one of them went up with the whore.
That's right. And
So,
also,
maybe they
Trent
do. In
was
their
going to
loops.
rape Dolores.
So we
Silent.
haven't actually seen it. We haven't seen it, I guess, but it's certainly probably happened.
Right.
And the only other thing I had to say is I thought
Wait, we went through your 9 points already?
Yes. Well, I wanted to talk about Anthony Hopkins again, but
Go ahead.
I thought it was funny when they shot up the bandits on their bounty hunt when they bursted in. He's like slap some leather or whatever,
Yeah.
and he and he kills the last guy and he finds his gun and he's like upgrade. I
Yeah.
thought that was cool. Do you like play the game to look for better stuff? Do you not start with good stuff?
Don't you like love getting new items like in
Exactly.
Diablo and stuff
Yeah,
like that?
yeah.
That's like
Yeah,
one
that's
of the
probably
best
like
parts. That's what keeps you playing. Like you want to find better armor, better weapons. That's so funny.
I wonder if there's a host. I'm sorry, who has like a metal plate under his poncho, like Clint Eastwood.
Oh yeah, like the front of a cast iron, whatever.
You shoot him and nothing happens.
Yeah, yeah.
Classic! I love this guy.
God mode.
Yeah, and I thought it was really funny that he found Teddy hanging there.
There's got to be like a
Poor Teddy.
boulder somewhere in a canyon, and you lift the boulder. There's like AK-47s under there.
Right.
Oh my god, can you imagine?
There's like a stash.
It's like a minigun.
There's got to be a Gatling gun somewhere.
Well, there's treasure.
Or a
just
rocket launcher.
What if the Man in Black did like every treasure hunt? He knows exactly where all of the treasure is in the whole thing.
Yeah, it's like playing Quake back in the day. You know exactly what the good rocket launchers spawn.
Mm-hmm.
Head right there.
Exactly. And then I think we should keep talking about Anthony Hopkins. How the fuck does he control these robots?
I don't know.
I just saw the scene with like the big ground digging mechanism,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, that was cool.
Was that thing going towards the restaurant?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's not-
He's tearing it down.
What the fuck?
Yeah. It's all being torn down, and it's all going to be something.
New?
Yeah, yeah. Because he's building this grand new thing he's been working on for like a really long time.
Was that the end of the first episode or the second one?
What?
When
That was at the second one.
Yeah, he was like talking to the kid, and he's
that was the second one, I think. Yeah.
Okay. See, I thought they would get to that game, whatever game he's making sooner, but
Well, he's still making it. I think probably in a few more episodes, or that's something for next season. I don't know, but I don't know. There's something dangerous happening with Anthony Hopkins suddenly. In the first episode, he seems so old and tired, and then now he seems like rejuvenated. He has so much energy, and he just seems so much more.
Didn't want the robots to die.
Right.
He said, "Oh no, Westworld's not about the killing and the sex. It's about something more.
no.
It's about me running over everything with my huge bulldozer." Apparently.
Yeah. And now I threaten people, and he slices the faces of the robots, and he's like, "They're not human."
Yes. Yeah, who is this guy? He's not the same guy. They have to explain
different.
this. That's what I'm saying.
Maybe something happened. That's what I mean.
they
Maybe
don't,
Bernard did something to him.
Now, when William and Logan are breaking into the saloon, why is there like a random guy just taking a bath right there?
That's the Old West, man.
Is that what happens? Like, I go to a saloon, I want to sit down, play some poker, drink some whiskey, and there's going to be some fat guy taking a bath?
Yeah, I don't think he was fat. He was a normal guy, but
Or, somewhat heavy set.
if you want to be in the party, but also take a nice leisurely long bath, that's what you do.
Okay.
You take it in the party.
He's like, I don't want to miss anything, but I really.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
I feel really dirty, but this poker game is the shit, man.
I'm not even playing. I just want to watch.
Yeah.
Oh
You
man.
got a problem with that? You don't take
He's gonna
baths?
be like Mel Gibson in Maverick, the movie, where he's in a bathtub, hanging out, smoking cigars.
Exactly.
It's like you're not getting clean. You're smoking in the bathtub. It sounds. You're gonna smell worse. I feel like.
All right, so we have some comments here.
Oh yes, we have tons.
Let me just.
Well, we already mentioned Kim's there.
So let me read the first one here. It's Big Will 1919. Maybe it's the pot talking, but you guys seem way smarter in the Westworld reviews than the Game of Thrones reviews. Keep up the good work. Really?
I completely agree with that.
Because I'm writing things down and because I don't know, because you guys in Game of Thrones, it's different because we don't know Westworld. It's not like we read the book, I think. You guys have read
nobody
the book,
knows Westworld.
Yeah.
That's
Game of Thrones,
why
so you
we
sort
sound
of have
smart.
an idea of where it's going. I don't know.
No, I think nobody knows it because the problem with Game of Thrones is like there's thousands and thousands of pages and things of source material that we don't know all that stuff. We don't remember all these things,
Same
and
thing, like
there's
Boss.
so many people that do.
God forbid HBO does like a Foundation series. Like it's a nightmare. It's going to be a nightmare because it's just going to be me and Dexter talking about Asimov nonstop,
Forget it.
like idiots.
TF and the other that goes to his company. He's like, I was wondering when I didn't hear Asimov mentioned in the first episode. Dexter solved that in the first 10 minutes. Yeah, so I think that's why we sound smart, is because nobody knows about Westworld. There is no source material that everybody. I mean, there was that movie, but I mean, I don't think anyone gives a shit about that. So I think that's why it's like we're able to just relax and just talk about all these theories, and there's no, nothing to back them up that's already been written. It's
And
just,
also this
sorta
show.
Yeah, keep
I'm
going.
sorry. Also this show just kind of like came out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like the original Westworld TV movie was a good launch pad for this, but you never expected them to go in this direction where it is going to be like this kind of like, oh, what does this mean? What's going on here? What's going on here?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm on theory high alert basically when I watch.
Yes.
Taking little.
There's a
notes.
lot of theories in this show
Reading-
about
reading
like just the
every-
Man in Black. Yeah. Anyway, Freddie N.
Yep.
I was on the Delos website and asked Aiden about Pariah. Looks like it's going to be a future location in the show.
Pariah.
Who? I don't know. I didn't go too much into that Delos thing, but that's So a new location.
Yeah, when we stopped recording last week, we were exploring the Dolores site,
Yeah.
and we were finding some. We found that really cool map of like the entire installation.
Mhm.
Oh yes, the facility itself, like
Yeah, the
the living
facility.
quarters and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So there's definitely like some secret stuff going on in there.
Mm.
And we told you if you find out stuff, let us know. I don't know
Yeah.
what
So
the
that's
fuck-
interesting. So
'Cause I
thanks,
don't want to
Freddy.
read all that.
Yeah.
And then Carringer said, "Everyone apart from Anthony Hopkins is a robot."
A robot.
Robot. See, now I'm thinking that Anthony Hopkins is a robot.
Yeah, how does he controlling them, Carringer? How the fuck does he control the robots? Tell me that, man.
You only control a robot if you're a robot.
I'm telling you, that is like for me, that's like the hugest of cans of worms that they did.
That he
all-
flicks, he
so
just
far.
raises a finger and everybody
I don't even
stops.
think he did anything.
He does when he starts them up again. You see his hand. He just raises his index finger on his like left hand, and they all
It's
start moving.
like-
Because I noticed that when I first saw the episode, I was like,
I'm
Wait.
certain
"How?"
I didn't see him do anything to stop them the first time, though.
Yeah,
No,
but if
I
you're
didn't see that.
if you're so involved with these robots, maybe you do program like, hey, if I lift my pinky at this angle, it means do this.
Maybe he peed a little.
That's true.
Maybe that's how he
Yeah,
controls.
or like, hey, if I let out a silent one,
Silent fire. The smell will
Piss
stop.
means stop. Poop means go.
exactly.
He's just where
He's an old man. He's an old man.
They
He wears
poop all the
diapers.
time, old men.
He's wearing toilet pants all the time.
Toilet pants.
He can barely walk. Then he has to be wheeled around.
Well, he's got
It's
plenty
some
of
kind of
robots
solve-
to do it.
That's true. That's true.
No, the other thing I liked about this episode is anytime Hector's doing like his big raid on the town, they always play some cool music. So this episode they played Carmen,
What's that?
Oh yeah.
which is it's a classical piece.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay, I kind of like the Hector guy now. I didn't like him as much the first time, but he's okay now.
I liked him because when he first appeared, they focused on him a lot, and then he disappeared for a while,
Yeah.
and now he's back to a limited degree,
Yeah.
and he's not annoying. He kind of reminds me of Guillermo from D&D a little bit.
A Western Guillermo.
Yeah.
Only bad. He's bad. Guillermo was like,
But if you
Way
look
too
online,
good.
like on Google Images, you look up his costume, his hat looks really cool.
Mhm.
He's
I like how he's got the Winchester rifle or whatever,
Yeah.
with like where you pull the handle down.
That's a
I
sweet
like when
gun.
he does it one-handed. That looks fucking awesome in
I
slow
like
motion.
the back holster.
What's that?
I like the back holster.
Yes,
That's cool.
that's awesome.
Tech TF said,
Tech team.
Q&A stands for quality assurance in most fields. The QA guy also mentioned speaking to guests after the milk-aside, so it's probably the team. I love that term. Stuff that's the milk-aside. So it's probably the team who deals with any problems that come up. Ah, I see. Thank you, Tim.
And that's a funny name, quality assurance, for guys who just go in with guns. We're quality assurance. Amazing Larry said, I thought they implied Ed Harris was Arnold.
maybe, I don't know.
Did we? I forget what we say. He goes
No,
on.
I think we thought last time. I think we kind of brought that up. Anyway,
All right. He also says, I can see them revealing Bernard as a robot and his wife as just a robot torso sitting in front of a webcam,
Right,
hiding
yeah.
somewhere in the giant underground complex. Maybe Anthony Hopkins built Bernard to care for his creations after he dies himself.
oh, that's interesting. Yeah,
Yeah, that wife does not exist. I'm calling that too.
you don't think so? That's because are you basing this just because the robot boy?
I'm still fucking confused over the robot boy. Nobody has
that a
Robot
real
boy.
boy.
Yeah, remember
Oh, yeah, I remember.
the family that finds Dolores, and it's the same. The boy is
But it-
A
Bernard is
robot
also-
boy?
Yeah,
But it was a guest. That's the thing. Maybe.
that's right. But it was a guess. But then I thought
And then we saw the
we
picture, and then the
speculated
kid's
that
dead.
he made a robot.
we speculated
looks
that-
like him.
Yeah, we speculated that it was also his son. Maybe it's not his son, but if it's not his son, I don't know why there's two kids that look just like each other. I don't know, it's really confusing.
Maybe that was a flashback, and that was like the boy was with his aunt and uncle. It was like Bernard's.
Or maybe that was young
Other-
Bernard.
Yeah, if all these flashback theories prove to be true, it's going to be very interesting in the future. Like looking at like a big chart of like this was a flashback, and yeah, you're going to
Or Larry is right, and then Bernard is a robot, and then that's just. I mean, that's really in depth though, because I know
Or
they
how about
give them
this?
memories, but then they go to the extent of he's talking to another robot. That's his. Why? It's just mind blowing.
Maybe that that scene with the boy, the father is actually young Bernard, and that's actually his son. That's possible.
But they don't look
No,
anything like Bernard and his wife.
He might look a little. I don't know about the wife, but might look a little like Bernard. I think. I have to go take care of something. Be right back. 5 minutes.
He's gonna take a shit.
5 minutes. He's going to jerk off. Have you watched any Black Mirror?
No, not yet. Actually, I'm just about done with this documentary that was on Netflix called Indie Game. It's really good. I think you would like it. It's about.
That's been on there for years. I've always seen it.
Oh,
there.
has it? I think
so.
it's from like 2012 or something. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it was on my list, but I never got around to it. And then it was really good. I liked it a lot. It was about following the guys that made
Fable?
No, they made it's like Super Meat Boy and
Super Meat Boy, right.
yeah, and they also talked to the guy who made Braid, which was
Braid. That's the one I'm thinking.
yeah, and they talked to that guy, and then they're following this guy who's making this game, Fez, and like that guy. I feel bad for that guy because he's basically like losing his mind because he keeps making it. He keeps on like remaking it, and then it was like they won an award. People were so hyped for like this game, and then it just kept like in production forever. And then he got like this legal battle with a former partner. It was like insane.
I played Fez. This is a good game.
All right, well, yeah. So like this is before.
Oh yeah.
I think it actually happened, and then he's like trying to like give a preview of it and all this stuff. It was a really cool. I mean, these guys they basically like are killing themselves to make these games because the amount of time it takes and like for the Super Meat Boy.
Yeah.
I mean, like everything gets pushed up because like Microsoft is asking them if they can meet this deadline. For this special sale.
It's like
and then
4 guys, right? It's like
it was 2 guys.
It's 2 guys like trying to meet a deadline, and then Microsoft is on your back, thinking that you're like a company. And it's just like in my free time, I'm trying to accomplish this, and
then they're basically like, if this like fails, I've wasted all this time, and like they have no money. Because they're doing this and like they don't sleep. Like the one guy basically has like no social life and he's up all night, like doing this stuff, and then he's like, I'm gonna kill myself, like if this doesn't work out. It's like
I'm gonna watch it now.
Yeah, it was really, really interesting.
Remember, I told you the guy who did I forget his name, but he does all the music for like Chrono Trigger.
Oh yeah,
like all these great RPGs. But he was a guy who's like he would forget to eat. He would forget to like shower, take care of himself, and then one day he was like pissing blood, and he had to go to the doctor, and the doctor was just like, "You're just working too hard. You're stressing yourself out.
Yeah,
like take a break." And he's just like, "I just need to make great music for this game. Like I just need to do this." Like that was his main concern in his whole life.
There's something like that I love about. I realized today after I watched this documentary, like people suffering for their art. You know what I mean?
That's very big in, especially in Japan. Like it doesn't matter what your job is. Like the most menial task. Like for some reason in Japan, it's like whatever you do, you have to be the master.
You have to perfect it.
Yeah,
like making tea.
Yes, like I put groceries away at the supermarket, but I'm going to be the master of that, and I will kill myself if I'm not the best.
Exactly. But I mean, there's so many. That was one of the things I think I loved about watching. Because I watched the Lord of the Rings DVDs, the 4-disc ones that we have.
Yeah.
The 2 discs are just all about like making the movie, I loved watching those because everybody is like stressed out and like working, like killing themselves to make these things. And then even like the ones with they're playing the game, like the Nibbler or what's the snake game, whatever that we just watched, and King of Kong, and all these things. And now this one, and even the one with the Miyazaki films, they talk about Studio Ghibli and like how his dedication and like how it. I don't know what it is, but there's even the one with the guy who makes the D&D miniatures.
Yeah,
there's something about watching people, like basically they're getting ulcers and they're stressing about deadlines and like, but they're pouring everything that they have of themselves into their art. There's something that I just love watching about that.
Yeah, it's like watching people commit to something that it's like, I don't understand why you would commit to that, but then you see someone doing it, and it's like, oh, I kind of understand it. Even though it seems so meaningless,
right?
Like they turn it into something.
Exactly. And you know what it was? It makes me wish that I had that kind of passion.
You weren't a lazy asshole.
Yeah, honestly. No, it's just I don't have. It makes me wish that I had like the talent that they have, but also like, I do have talent with some things, but I don't have like the drive and the passion where I'm like, this is my life, and I'm putting everything I have into this, and if it fails, then I'm fucked. You know what I mean? And there's something like, I don't know, like so invigorating about that, and I just really enjoy watching these people like just pour everything that they are into their work. Mm-hmm. It's really.
And then you also have to think about the people making the film, the documentarians. Like they're the ones who found this person and found the story there.
Yeah,
like even them, they have a good documentary to tell there. Like, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. That was the thing too. There's a documentary about them, like. For Apocalypse Now. There's a documentary about the making of Apocalypse Now, which my dad likes better than the actual movie.
It's significantly better than the movie.
Yeah, it's
and the movie's great. I was
watching the movie is great.
Again the other day.
The documentary about making the movie is insane. And I mean, and you see, these people are little, like Harvey Keitel had like 2 heart attacks. He's like, and he had a nervous breakdown. He said, "Get me the fuck out of here." Oh no, Charlie Sheen had the heart attacks. Not Charlie Sheen, Martin Sheen. Jesus Christ. You imagine?
Tiger, chicken dinner, whatever the hell he said.
Tiger, chicken dinner.
Winning.
Winner. I'm just going to sit here and smoke, and then I'm pretty sure I have HIV.
Tiger.
And then Harvey Keitel had a nervous breakdown. He had to be, like, helicoptered out. But these people are, like... They're just the possibility of ruining yourself physically, not only physically, but like financially. I mean, you're putting everything on the line. There's just something about that. Maybe it's because I don't know if I could do that. You know what I mean?
No, because here's the thing, like a lot of times it does not work out.
Yeah.
It really doesn't work out. So when it does work out, it's very inspiring.
Yeah.
But it's not inspiring enough for me to go like, oh, I'm definitely gonna go all out financially and do everything I can to do this because it's probably not gonna work out.
Yeah,
hey,
but see,
boss.
then you never know because you didn't try. I don't know. Anyway, well, that was an interesting side discussion.
Oh, I was gonna ask you, Dexter. Have there any?
What?
No, sorry, this weird pop-up just popped. Have there been any good documentaries on Godfather?
Not that I'm aware of. I mean...
Yeah, because that was out again the other day, the Godfather epic.
Oh, man, I fucking love that thing.
From 1 o'clock to 9 p.m.
Oh. I get sucked into it, and before I know it, I've lost 2 hours.
I know, it's...
You know what I mean?
It's an amazing
And then I'm like,
film.
I gotta... Yeah, it's incredible. I love how they put it all together like that, and that they don't include Godfather 3. That makes me very happy.
I know. They know.
But that's like, I don't know. We'll have to look. We should look for something. There's got to be something about the making of it. I mean, I know Robert Evans has talked about it. He was a producer for it. He was a character.
Well, I see on YouTube right here, it says The Making of the Godfather Trilogy. That's an hour long. Godfather Legacy. That's an hour and a half. All right, so there's a few.
Yeah, we'll have to check those out.
All right. Welcome back, boss. We have
Did
one more
you
comment.
Yes, did you read this yet?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
No, we were waiting. You said be right back.
All right.
Did you have a good poop?
I don't know what you're talking about. I did think of something interesting though.
Of course. So you were on the toilet. More interesting thing happens.
Where all my best thoughts occur.
So maybe the Man in Black, in addition to wanting to be able to be killed, he wants the robots to be able to remember, specifically so that they can remember him. So it's almost like he's this renowned outlaw in Westworld, so that all of them know of him when they see him and hear of him.
They remember.
Yeah, exactly. He wants to be remembered. He wants to be infamous.
Androids find a way.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Bum 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 ba da 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 ba ba.
Westworld.
Da, 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 da. This is a Michael Crichton intellectual property. Ba 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 ba.
So the inventor says, hey, what if every guest program run over Westworld's history was just part of a larger program that Ford, Anthony Hopkins, has been running? Similar to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, where the Earth was actually just a computer built to answer the ultimate question using the randomness of human nature as the data. Perhaps the robot's memory malfunctions are a signal that stage one is over, and this is why we saw that robot stuck in the ditch destroying his own head, protecting Ford's data, and Ford stepping in to take control with his own storyline, i.e. a new program. One more thing, could the Man in Black be Ford's partner? This is what we've talked about. Possibly betrayed and locked in the game by Ford and trying to escape, or just as a permanent tester. So maybe
I don't think he's
like
locked in.
Anthony Hopkins has been lying about this tale about what happened to Arnold.
I don't think that the Man in Black's locked in there. I think he comes and goes in his free will.
I don't know.
What do you base that on? It kind of seems like he's trapped in there.
Well, he does say he's on vacation.
It doesn't. Yeah, he's on vacation. It doesn't seem like he's trapped at all. Those guys mentioned it. He has a foundation. He's on vacation. He said he's on vacation.
See, one of the things that struck me as odd was that the Man in Black is looking for the maze. Then Bernard tells Dolores about the maze, and it can set you free. But we did kind of talk about this. So my first thought when I heard that was, well, maybe the Man in Black is not human. But then later on, he says, like, to his partner there and to everybody, like, I'm your salvation. Maybe I'm here to set you free. So I don't know about that anymore. But
I definitely think he's human.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think so too. But that was just, like, one of my first thoughts. But that's an interesting theory that inventor posited. Maybe... How do we know that Anthony Hopkins is telling the truth? We're taking he's the one giving us this information about Arnold. How do we know he's not full of shit?
Exactly. He's a fucking fucker, and I don't know what he did with that nice old man.
Fucking fucker.
Fucking fucker.
What nice old man?
Anthony Hopkins from the first two episodes.
Yeah, he's such a nice guy. He's like my grandpa, and then he became a jerk, like my uncle.
Like my other grandpa.
Uncle Grandpa?
The Oxnard story.
Uncle Grandpa.
A new sitcom.
Story. Oh, man.
Here's my uncle, Grandpa, too. Grandpa, uncle, Grandpa.
2. This is completely off topic, but off topic. Wyatt. You know that
they
song?
Do mention Wyatt again too.
You know that song X's and O's?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you know that's Rob Schneider's daughter?
X's and O's, really?
Yeah.
Wait,
wow.
wait, what's the X's and O's song?
Exes.
exes.
They want me.
I've heard her. Yeah, I've heard her music before. Okay, I remember. That's Rob Schneider's daughter.
That's Rob
crazy.
Schneider's daughter.
He procreated?
I guess.
I have a new theory. Rob Schneider is a robot.
The thing is, like, I love that song, and I've been listening to it a lot. Don't ask me why.
So L King.
Because your exes haunt you.
Yes. They haunt me
I don't see
like the ghosts. They want me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wait. Here we go. L King on XSSO. Dad Rob Schneider. And there's an interview she gave. Yeah, she's got a really cool voice.
No, her voice is amazing.
She has a cool raspy voice.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah. And basically all her songs are about drinking and fucking.
That's why I was drawn to it.
Because I heard another song of hers and I was like, oh, this is a pretty good song. And it's basically like... And then I was looking at her album and it was like, it's all whiskey-based titles. Yeah, probably... Alright, part of it was the fact that King's dad is Saturday Night Live veteran Rob Schneider. He and London were briefly married. They named their daughter Tanner L. Schneider, but she has gone by L. King since she was 18.
And now he's with... he's doing a show now. I don't know if it's on Netflix. It might be on one of those, like, Amazon Prime or something, but it's, like, him as a celebrity. And, like, it's almost like Curb Your Enthusiasm a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see. Yeah.
He's, like, a complete asshole on the show.
That's right. I mean... Rob Schneider would have some funny stuff, like especially on like SNL and everything. But then he made such terrible movies.
Yeah,
and then he did all this shit with Adam Sandler.
Yeah, he's awful.
And it's just like, so I mean, nobody's funny in Adam Sandler movies.
I know, but they get paid a lot of money. So
yeah, which doesn't that just make you mad?
Like Adam Sandler, like he knows how to make money.
It's like Chris Rock was legitimately funny, and then he just does Adam Sandler horse shit.
Yeah, for money, man.
Yeah.
Gotta make some money. What was the other thing I was going to talk about?
Well, that was off topic.
Off topic.
But interesting.
Oh, boss, I was telling Dexter this the other day. I found a new metal band that I love.
Wow.
It's called Ailstorm.
Wow.
Really? Ailstorm? Is it
Yes.
dwarves?
It's, what's the second best thing next to dwarves?
Half dwarves.
Okay, what's the third best thing?
I'm partial to goblins.
Well, think about, like, seafaring types.
I'm not really into the pirate scene thing. I never
Oh,
liked those
damn it.
kinds
Well,
of
this
genres.
metal band, Ailstorm, is all about being a pirate.
Man, never into pirate genre.
They have, like, 10 albums.
Not even pirate Legos, and I have them.
Well, you should listen to them because,
You should play with those Legos again. You're missing out.
they're pretty good.
Nah.
Alright, fuck me.
Nah. Yeah, you're an asshole.
Yeah, that's all I'd say about Westworld, y'all.
Yeah, I think we covered everything. I don't know. I can't think of anything else that I'd wanted to say.
Theories? I already threw some out.
I think this whole thing is theories.
It basically
It's
is.
the only thing you can talk about.
is a theory.
Probably. All right. What do you think will happen next time?
They'll be in the
hopefully
Westworld.
Anthony Hopkins is going to get more evil.
Do you think they'll
Okay.
ever go to medieval world? That's the world I'm interested in and would vacation to.
Now, wouldn't that be interesting if he was building like a kind of portal that you go through and
He's building
you're
on these
in
things.
medieval times? Or you're in like another planet. Right?
What do you
That's
think he's- what do
that's
you
his
think
game.
he's,
That's what he's designing. That's what he's designing.
What do you think he's building?
I just told you.
A
Man,
portal?
they should do like Westworld on Mars, and then it could be like that podcast.
Marshall on Mars.
Marshall
Thrilling
on Mars.
Adventure Hour. That was really funny. I loved that.
Yeah, what would take such a large area to build?
Maybe he's building like something that he's going to attack the world with.
Well, it's
He's like building an army.
they were digging.
Yeah. Were they just churning? was it just like a kind of like a plow? You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was digging. He said
So he could
rocks.
sow the seeds of his new world.
Rocks don't like to move or something. He said like that. He said, "Did the neighbor say something?" I thought that was funny.
Maybe
And
he
then
just
it made
wants-
me wonder, who's the neighbors?
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
I don't think I need to read into that.
Yeah, it was just a joke.
Yeah.
No,
You
read
read
into it.
Anything.
Yep. Westworld.
Yep. Westworld. is
Watch
it.
every Sunday instead of Walking Dead.
Westworld.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm sure. I wonder who died. Well, whatever.
It's probably Glenn.
I think it was Glenn, but I saw it was Glenn and Abraham. I think they gave that was the surprise.
Just kill them all. Who gives a fuck? Just.
Oh man.
All right.
No, but you know what's really annoying is when you look on, because I was trying to find out like who was killed, and I was looking on Twitter, and you see all the tweets of people like gushing over like this was one of the best hours of television ever.
Yeah, everything this show does is like the best of
Yeah.
anything that's
Oh,
ever
my
happened.
God,
because I'm
like,
a
they're
fucking
just-
moron, and I love being pandered to by fucking money grabbing shitheads. Ugh, give me more shit. Oh God, I just want to gargle shit.
I was looking up.
Sounds like a gross porno. Sounds like
I-
gross dirty talk in a porno.
I was looking up just the kill scene, just so I could see how
You
it
know what?
played out.
Did they kill Glenn? Do you know, boss?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
Yeah, they killed Glenn and they killed Abraham.
Now-
First they killed Abraham, then they killed Glenn.
Did
And it
they-
was kind of like they did it sort of like a surprise kind of thing.
Yeah.
Now, do they kill Glenn as gruesome as it was in the comic?
Oh, they were both gruesome. Oh yeah, they showed it. They showed like skulls being hit with a bat.
Did his eye pop out? 'Cause that
Yes,
was a
his
bit-
eye was bulging after
Really?
he hit him once. Yes.
All right,
You should
see-
watch
All right.
it.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah,
That's why I-
I'll watch it for that because that is true to the comic.
Yeah. But it's
Yes.
like painful.
Not Abraham, but
it's-
Glenn.
It's like it's like painful listening to Negan again, though. It's like awful. I hate it. It's just the worst.
You gotta understand, Negan was like this character in the comics was this guy's fucking crazy and he's a badass, and every word out of his mouth is like some form of the word fuck, and then and he's just like he's insane and it's awesome.
He is
And-
insane, but I don't know
No,
about
but then like
his
Jeffrey
lines
Dean
in the
Morgan's
show.
version is lame.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it comes off as just fucking stupid.
Yes, it is. It is. You'll see if you. I was like I said, I was looking for just that beginning scene. That's all I watched because it wasn't on demand for me, and I was gonna say all I find are these stupid fucking reaction videos, which are so annoying. It's unbelievable.
I
Who
know.
wants to see that?
I don't know.
We'll just
weird.
film. We're not even you don't even film what you're watching. You just have the camera on yourself, and then you
None
go,
of-
oh my god! Ah! Who watches TV like that?
I hope none of
It's
our
millennials,
listeners
man.
subject
It's young
themselves to
kids.
this. I think it is because it is so.
Because they get fucking views. That's the thing I don't understand. Like, I'm reacting to the Red Wedding.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Whoa!
And then in the thumbnail, you have to put like a stupid face, like you're shocked.
Yeah. Or just put a pair of tits.
Oh, yeah. And kids just click
Yeah.
it. This thing.
I know I would. That's how we get tricked into these things all the time.
Oh, man.
Wait, what?
And the other thing that bugs me is I'm on our page where our video is, and I see other suggestions, and it's all reactions to Westworld. What reaction videos are you making for this like this one?
I don't know.
Reactions to the stray when she
There's no-
shoots the guy. Come on.
There's no reaction to have. Reaction. If there was a reaction video of me watching, it would just be me sitting,
Drinking.
quietly, yeah, having a martini
Yeah.
and watching Westworld. I mean, and then afterwards, I'd be like, "Ooh, interesting."
Yeah, my reaction would be like,
Huh. Well, that certainly was on television, and I observed it as it was being
I
aired.
am excited to discuss that with Boss and Oxnard.
Real people don't react like this. With such a over-dramatic, I don't know, populace that is around us.
Yeah.
No wonder they all need medication.
It's fake. Everything's fake.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
You heard it here.
Everything's fake.
It's
Everything
So
sucks.
rigged. The whole thing's rigged.
Reacting to reactions.
Reacting to reactions.
Fuck! I hate it!
I'm watching. I found the clip. I don't think it's a reaction. I think it's just somebody filmed the TV, and it's just Negan, going and walking around, and it's so dragged out.
Can I guess how many views it has?
Hold on, though. In their
It
defense...
has 143,000 plus.
Yeah,
Oh
in their
my
defense,
God.
I think, I guess I'm just assuming that the other ones are taken down immediately if it's not, something like that.
Yeah, just like actual clips of the show get taken
right.
down.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's been over a minute of him walking to every character and pointing his bat at them. It's fucking... And Rick's face.
Doing it wrong. Doing
And he's just... He just keeps staring at people.
Eeny, meeny, miny,
Mooney.
oh.
Oh
Get
my
your
God.
diaper.
Now he's talking to Abraham. And everybody's just looking... This is ridiculous. Hurry up. There's no drama here.
It's stupid. Yeah. And, people who I talk to at work like it. I don't understand.
I know, it's really weird, right? Doesn't it feel like you're, in, a simulation?
I don't know what's wrong with these people. I start thinking, maybe I don't know what I'm...
No, you start getting those feelings shouldn't I like this? This seems like something I should like, right?
It's like, you might as well tell me you're a Trump voter. Now it's like...
Exactly. And then I'm like, I kind of like that they did kill Glenn. And people are like,
What's this guy doing?
It shows the show has a spine and doesn't just want to please the viewers, at
No,
least.
if they had a spine, they would have killed him in the finale.
I guess.
That's where you kill him. You kill him, you make it brutal as possible.
No, that's true, but at least they ended up killing him and not copping out and not.
No, they make you fucking wait.
I agree. I have a problem with that, but...
I mean, this is... Oh my God. This guy is... The guy in the video I'm watching, he's actually fast-forwarding through the scene now.
And then, that's the thing.
All right, then it's a surprise. He hits
People
Glenn.
I talk to are they're impressed with that decision to wait until next season to show who dies.
Yeah, do they not understand,
What?
So they did a good job. I'm watching it.
All in their part. What? What?
they waited so long to get to Negan.
I don't understand.
We've waited enough. You have to give... I don't understand, but I guess people eat it up, so... I'm wrong, I guess. Because I wouldn't have done it like that.
Oh my goodness, I don't know what's going on.
I'll say this. The Glenn getting killed is fucking disturbing.
It is, right?
It's very disturbing. And it was really disturbing in the comics. It's super disturbing in the show because they're dragging this out. They finally did something good.
Send it to Oxnard because he should watch that. It is pretty gruesome.
Ugh, now I'm disturbed.
Yeah, it makes you feel...
There's no way I'm watching this fucking show again, but at least they did something. Because when I read that in the comics, when I saw that in the comics, that fucked me up.
Yeah, I remember I was listening back to our discussion. I remember looking it up, and people who read the comics were saying this should have been the Red Wedding of The Walking Dead.
Yeah,
it's that disturbing. It's that crazy out of nowhere sort of violence. And so they were pissed off because where's the backbone? Just fucking end the season like this.
Yeah, seriously, gutless. And I don't know why they didn't do that. It's a better finale than it is a premiere.
Yeah.
Anyway, just based on that alone.
Yeah, kill off a major character, boom, we're gone for months.
Yeah.
Like, that works.
Sit on that.
Although it's not the only show that does annoying shit like this, because I watched most, I think, seasons of NCIS, and the best episodes... Yeah, there was like a couple of years ago, I just binge-watched a bunch of seasons. The best episodes are the first episode of each season.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
I've seen a bunch of episodes, but and people they did kill off, like, big characters, but I don't remember... Because it would be on, like, USA, and it's like some fucking marathon. You know what I mean?
It's like a roller coaster. Like, when you go on a roller coaster, at the very beginning is that big drop. And that's usually the best part of the entire ride. And then after that, it's just, you just wind down, you come back to where the lines are. So I think with a lot of TV shows, there's like, oh, we want to start off big, just to hook them. Mm-hmm. And then it just...
I don't know. I wouldn't know. I don't like roller coasters, really. I don't like amusement parks.
Boss, do you like roller coasters?
Not really.
Really? Man.
I mean...
we went to Disney. I liked all the Disney roller coasters, and, like, I went on all the rides there, but I think it's more amusement parks than the actual rides.
They could be okay, but I'm more of, like, a Jungle Rapids kind of guy.
Okay.
In the raft, you go back and forth, and there's waves.
Yeah, that's fun.
Log flume, then you take the dive.
Yeah, log flume's cool.
Yeah.
If you like the log flume, it's the same exact thing. It's just the first initial drop. That's what I feel like a lot of people have a problem with.
With, like, Splash Mountain.
It just makes you feel uncomfortable.
What, being on the water makes you feel more comfortable?
Roller coaster.
Oh, yeah.
I said they make me feel uncomfortable.
I think that's the point.
I'm scared. No,
but I think that's the point, isn't it? To make you feel uncomfortable because you feel like you're falling to your death.
No, it's more like, I feel sick because this thing's making my
but I think
I see physically uncomfortable that way, yeah.
I think that's because you're not going with it. I'm telling you, man, like Nitro at Six Flags is like one of the best experiences of my life. It is such a great roller coaster. And Nitro, there's no loop-de-loops, so you're never going to be upside down. It's just that the first drop is so... Let's see, it's not even at an angle. It almost inverts, so it's almost like you're falling down forward. It's weird. But
I mean, I get what you mean, but the cost of waiting and paying is not worth it.
You got to go on a rainy day. Yeah. I went with my friends in high school. It was a rainy day. No one was there. We went on Nitro like 7 times in a row.
Everything malfunctioned.
No,
we almost died.
Every time we came back...
7 people were electrocuted.
Every time we came back, the guy was like, oh, no one's online. You want to go again? And we're just like, yeah, fuck it. Just go. 7 times. And then we went to King to Ka, which is amazing. King to Ka is...
That's the tallest one ever, right?
That was the tallest one. I think there was one that beats it. And now they built like a new ride around it. But King to Ka, you fall at 127 miles per hour, which is the absolute...
That's as fast as you can fall, right?
That's as fast as a human body. Like if I jump off a building, I will reach maximum velocity. It's 127 miles an hour. And so you fall at that speed. It's great.
Wow.
I don't know how to explain.
Did you go skydiving, Oxnard?
No, see, I wouldn't go skydiving
You
because...
seem like an adrenaline junkie a little bit.
Yeah, but skydiving relies on me, myself, pulling the cord.
No, so you would do a tandem. So, like, you go with a guy who's got, like, 10,000 jumps under his belt.
Yeah, the first time you skydive, you have to go in tandem with another guy who knows what he's doing.
Would you hunt man, Oxnard?
No.
What if it was somebody...
Boss wants you to ask him that question now.
What if it was somebody you really hated?
Yeah. Boss, would you hunt man?
It depends on what he did to me.
Yeah, that's a yes. He brought that up first. He wants to have a whole discussion about
I didn't say I would kill it. Okay?
It.
Oh, man.
The man. Yeah.
It's... Oh...
If it helps, I would prefer hunting a white man. I would pretend it was a rich white man.
I didn't see where race would be a part of this, but okay.
It is.
About it. I didn't think about it. Well, I guess that's better.
Okay, so you kill a white man.
A rich white man.
A 1%er.
Yes, that's who I would hunt.
Awesome. Well, Westworld.
Yeah.
That's been our discussion.
Yes, it's been a good one.
I'm Oxnard.
I'm Dexter.
I'm Boss.
See you next week. Or talk to you next week.
Yay!
Dun 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 dun. How's that song go?
Dun 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 bum ba dum bum bum.
There you go. Like that.
I don't know where that song's from. I don't.
It's like Knight Rider or something?
Dun 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 dun. Yeah.
I don't know.
Get out there.